Um, so Steve and I met when I was 22. He was 25. He just graduated from Louisiana Tech, and I was working in the. He was working in the mall, so was I. Um, but I didn't quite notice him. Uh, but you know, long story short, we met, got married in 2001, and we were married for 18 years. And Steve had diabetes, and in the later years of our marriage, he started to have some complications, with diabetes, habit, being, kind of what comes with that. And if you're just being diagnosed with it, or if you don't know what it is, you, please, educate yourself and try to get on top of that. But he was in the hospital with some complications, and so he was supposed to come home for Thanksgiving. The doctors had said he was doing great. He was one of their best patients there. He was young. He played football from, I think, 5 or 9 years old through college. He tried out for the league, all that good stuff. Just a great athlete. And I think we kind of took for granted, that he was a good athlete and that his health. You think, well, I mean, how, right? But he was in the hospital, so his brother I had gone to sleep, and his brother, Everett, was ringing my doorbell. He let my garage door up. He was knocking on the door, and I couldn't hear any of it. I was just like in a deep sleep. And when I finally heard the doorbell, I went to the door. And Everett is, if you know him, he's very jovial and he just cracks jokes all the time. Just hardly ever cares about anything. So I went to the door. He was walking back to his car, and I said, Everett. And he turned around and he said, you need to get to the hospital. And I said, are you serious? Like that, because Everett plays all the time. And he said, no, I'm serious. I could tell his demeanor. What's wrong? I was like, oh God. So hospital called me. I had a conversation with his parents. Come to find out, they found him unresponsive on the floor in his room. So the nurses had done rounds, right? He was doing fine. When they did the second set of rounds, they discovered him on the floor unresponsive. They believe that he was trying to go to the restroom. Like I said, he was supposed to come home. They did CPR for 20 minutes, is what they told me, and that's a long time. So by the time I got the news, he wasn't responding to anything. So they asked me what I wanted to do. I didn't know what to do. I did not want to make that decision. You don't ever think about making that decision, to have someone's life in your hands. And they were calling me like, Ms. Roberts. And I'm like, just keep working on him. Just keep working on him. I'm out of it, right? And I get the kids. I'm in the closet, first of all, talking to his parents on the phone because I didn't want my kids to know what was going on. They were looking forward to him coming home for Thanksgiving, but we had to get there. So I had to wake them up. I called my sister Yvette. Um, she rushes to my house. We drive to the hospital, and they called me one last time, and they said, Miss Roberts. And I said, let him go. So by the time we walked through the double doors of the hospital, he was gone. And I had to tell my children that he was gone. You just don't think. I mean, I was 46, becoming a widow. Steve was 48. That's young to me. I know people have other stories, but in my story, that's young. Um, and my whole world just flipped completely upside down. I had buried my oldest sister. I'm the youngest of 10. So my oldest sister, who's number 4, um, I had just buried my sister. She died 2 weeks before my husband. And she was like a mother figure. Um, it was just nuts. I don't even have a better word to explain it. It's just insane. Um, to have to do that and make that decision, it had to be God. Never thought I could do it. Um, didn't want to do it, but I didn't I didn't want to just um, for him to like be on a machine, just keeping them alive just for me, because he was gone from what they told me. Um, but yeah, that's how that's how it happened. Um, and from there, you just have to start a new life. Um, very, it's very, very difficult. Um, never ever think. I always think you want to grow old, right? Um, grow old together. We had kids young, right? Young in our marriage. We didn't even make it a year before I got pregnant, so we had kids our whole marriage, and we were looking forward to just being empty nesters and starting all over again and dating and just being able to be together. Because once you start having kids, like your whole world sometimes is just engulfed around them. But I'm thankful um, that I had 18 years. We dated for 4. I'm just thankful for the years that we were able to be together. And what I have come to understand and what I've come to tell my children is it was enough. That was enough time. Um, because God said it was, because God said it was enough. Whatever I needed from Him, whatever my children got from Him, God said it was enough. So that means that I can go on. That's how I see it.